The night the Ozarks learned to hum, the fog rolled off Bull Shoals Lake like a living thing. Deep in the backwoods, where the pines leaned close and the cicadas kept time, a sound fell from the sky-clean, impossible mathematical. A silver craft unfolded itself between the stars and the treetops, silent as a held breath. From it stepped Zero Antarctica, a space alien virtuoso, whose skin shimmered like frostbitten vinyl and whose fingers bent gravity the way musicians bend strings. His instrument wasn't a guitar or a synth, but something older, a resonance engine that translated thought into melody. Earth, he'd heard, still believed music was only sound. From a busted shack near the lake, a rusted radio crackled to life. You're tuned to WBULL, broadcasting live from the other side of the veil. The Bull Shoals boogeyman was back on the air. He'd died tangled in antenna wire decades ago, but death hadn't dulled his taste. Now he spun ghost frequencies, phantom beats leaking out of forgotten AM bands, his voice warped and echoing like it had to travel through dirt to reach you. Every knob he turned opened a thin place between worlds. Tonight, he felt something new in the static off-world. Down the gravel road came a man with a beat-up acoustic guitar slung over his shoulder, boots dusty, beard wild, eyes sharp. Folks called him the hillbilly guitar dude, but he was a true troubadour collector of stories, singer of things that didn't want to be remembered. He'd been following the radio's voice for miles, every chord it played tugging at his ribs. They met at the clearing by the lake. Zero Antarctica struck the first note, a sound like starlight hitting water. The boogeyman layered it with a bass line made of whispers and old moonshine regrets, broadcasting straight from the spirit world. The troubadour answered with steel strings and gravel-throated verses about floods, lost towns, and people who vanished but never left. The woods leaned in. Time slipped sideways. The lake reflected constellations that weren't in any sky humans knew. Ghosts danced barefoot in the leaves. Satellites paused overhead, listening. For one impossible hour, Bull Shoals, Arkansas, became the center of the universe. When the song ended, the alien folded back into the stars, the radio hissed into silence, and the troubadour walked on, carrying the story in his bones. Sometimes, late at night, if you tune the dial just right and the fog is thick enough, you can still hear it.